Welcome to A Damn Good Question, the weekly broadcast that helps you understand the top news stories with a conservative twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to A Damn Good Question podcast. Our thousands and thousands of listeners. Hey, we know you're out there. We hear you. We're trying to make it better. Sitting across from me, as always, friend, co-host, producer, superhero in his own right, sidekick, third richest man in the world, and the man who the show and movie Fall Guy was based on.
Yeah.
Mark?
No, I did have a hot assistant, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said, Lee Majors.
Yeah.
Perfect casting. I mean, back then, the two looked just alike.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of people mistook us out in public.
Yeah,
They
and
really did.
and then Ryan Gosling looks like you now. So
Yeah.
perfect
Well,
castings.
Not quite as good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I like his wife, though.
Yeah. I was
Whatever
like
happened to that?
his wife?
A big controversy, wasn't there?
I,
It's just like, it was like, big, gonna blow up, and
Uh,
then you never hear anything more about it.
people.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Tata was involved in that.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think she was. Anyway.
She who shall not be named. But
Mhm.
but we talk about her all the time now. But
Well, she's getting married, gonna pump out a baby.
at least one.
She's,
She's a
predict,
trad wife.
I like to predict that she's going to go a little bit more country. Should. We'll see.
Yeah, go back to her roots. Do some
Go
country
back to
music
when
again.
she wrote some good songs.
So she'll just stop.
Well, she wrote Tim McGraw.
Did she?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
supposedly.
supposedly.
So one good song.
Yeah. Anything happened this week, Mark? I mean, it's been kind
Not-
of slow.
We got rid of a couple dumpster fires.
Hmm.
And I guess it's been more than a week since Christine Nome was gotten rid of, but she turned out to be a big disappointment. I
What?
think Pam Bondi is a big disappointment.
Pam Bondi did a really poor job with
Oh,
the
God.
Epstein files, and I think that's really what cost her position. To be honest, I think, I think the absolute horrible way that she rolled that stuff out and portrayed it all, I think that cost her position.
I wonder what's going to happen with the Epstein files now that she is
Well,
out
there's
of that.
listen, they've put out millions and millions and millions of pieces of paper and documents. So, and what are they finding? Nothing. I mean, other
Well,
than Epstein was really good at doing horrible things to people, making
They
friends
found
with
out
rich
a lot of
people and then
names
blackmail them.
that don't start with D,
Yeah,
but they're still saying that he's the one that's pedophile, and it's like,
there's zero evidence of Donald Trump doing anything wrong. Matter of fact, like I said, even Bill Clinton said that he talked to Jeffrey Epstein about Donald Trump, and they were in,
did you see the Saturday Night Live joke?
no.
Basic Michael Che goes, Hillary Clinton, I'll paraphrase it, Hillary Clinton doesn't think that her husband was involved in anything with Epstein that was illegal or whatnot. And then Michael Che goes, but Hillary Clinton has missed a, and they have a picture of Monica and Bill. Has not always known what her husband was doing, and Monica and Bill.
Yeah.
I guess that people are a little upset with that.
I-
That's
I
funny.
have a
I
funny-
think that's funny.
I have a funny feeling she's always known what her husband was doing. Always.
And
With every one of the women that
if she
accused
didn't know
him and
what he was
had to be paid
doing,
off.
if she didn't know what he was doing and that he was going to this, and what this, even if there was nothing illegal, Bill was with other women. Even if they weren't underage, doesn't matter. That's 100% proof.
Oh,
that he was with
yeah.
other women.
Yeah.
And
So was Hillary.
and yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly. So I've heard. This is the scuttlebutt in the Beltway there. Yeah.
And Christine Nome's husband. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are strange, and to have the fetish for the giant, what do you call them?
Balloons.
Giant milkers,
Milk.
giant milkers. He called them. Is that what he called them online? And his little fetish for them, and
And then
I don't know.
she's out doing somebody else. She's just a dumpster fire. And I don't know what skill set she brought to the table when they named her, and put her on the,
Oh shit! Lots of
what?
Lots of
She was
skills.
governor, right?
Governor,
Of what?
South Dakota.
Okay.
So what you're saying is she has as much skill and as much working knowledge and background as pretty much anybody ever in Congress or government.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was definitely that.
Yeah.
But, obviously, what's his name? Tom Hardman?
Homan.
Tom
Homan.
He's the one that should be in charge. So, I don't know. Have they named a new department head there?
Yeah, that guy's already been Mark
Levin?
no, I could see the guy's Mark Wayne Mullen
Oh,
is he's already been approved. So he's already through.
no.
He's already in charge of Homeland Security and stuff now. So
I feel secure now.
well, he's a ex-veteran and MMA fighter and pretty no
Now,
nonsense.
there's
kinda
somebody that you can count on
Pretty-
to
pretty no nonsense kind of guy.
be secure and to keep us secure in the
Yeah.
borders. Yeah. Not the governor of South Dakota. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Border's
Not-
been pretty
not-
secure.
Well, yeah, but
I-
didn't really have anything to do with her.
Yeah, I just
Poor
don't-
chick. Poor choice, Donald.
I'm just tired of banging on our team.
But you know what?
I'm tired of.
He picks.
There's enough people.
He
doing it.
picks how many? I was
A
getting
lot.
on it.
Yeah, a
He
lot.
picks a ton of department heads, and for the most part, I think some of them are doing outstanding,
Yep.
way outstanding. Marco Rubio, home run out of the park. Probably our next president.
Lee Zeldin might
yeah.
might be the next pick for Attorney General.
Yeah, but some really good picks, and he's had a couple. And you know what? You get rid of them then.
I've also heard that some people saying they would like Army Dillon to be promoted. I mean, she's running the Department of Justice civil.
Well, there's a number of people that have skill sets, but still, I get.
Yeah, but
I've had no phone
She's
call.
good. She's great in front of the camera.
In the kitchen.
She is very civil rights division. That's what she had.
Oh yeah.
And she's very good in front of the camera. She's very tough. She knows her stuff, and she's very well respected all around the world for what she does. So
Yeah, but I've never gotten a phone call from Donald.
Donald,
I'm
pick
here.
up the phone.
Hey, Donald, you're more than welcome to come to the podcast too.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
grill you about what our positions need to be.
And
I'm
And Christy
available. I
Noem,
can be
you,
talked into it.
Christy, you're more than welcome to come on here and explain
Absolutely.
yourself.
And your husband's position.
But don't bring your husband
Well,
unless he's going to bring his balloons too.
he's this guy. I mean, that guy, not you. That guy.
He was rather attractive, to be honest.
No.
Just a lot of bizarre people out there.
People are strange.
People are.
People are strange.
Okay, you want to get going?
A little bit. There's something that I want to talk about before we get into those stories. And Mick over there in England, you and Wendy and Dickie and all my friends over there in England. You guys don't know it yet, but you guys have surrendered your country. When King Charles is willing to give statements and prayer service kind of thing for the Muslims, but refuses to give a Good Friday prayer and Easter prayer service for the Christians in his country, you're cooked. You're done. Did you see that?
Well,
That's ridiculous. He's supposed to be the head of the English church, and he can't be bothered, but he's going to praise all the Muslims in it. He has surrendered your country. He's surrendered your country, and all of you who are satellite nations like Canada, who are part of the English Empire, you guys better start paying attention, because obviously, you don't have much of a country, and sorry, it's just absolutely ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, let's move on from that. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick.
You wanted to talk a little bit about Artemis 2.
So they are more than halfway to the moon for their fantastic little voyage around the moon.
They're going way out beyond the moon.
They're going to go all the way around the moon. So they're going to go out past the moon. No, because they're going to get slingshotted by the gravity of the moon back to Earth.
Oh, I thought they were going out a little.
It's still the farthest any man has ever traveled.
Okay.
Because we've never traveled to the backside of the moon in a manned mission.
That'd be the dark
side of the moon. That's right.
Shout out to Pink.
Shout out to Pink. Hey, by the way, which one do you use Pink? Then and the dark side of the moon, where they're going to find the hidden Nazi base that we've been told is there, where they still ride Tyrannosaurus Rexes and stuff. You've seen the movies.
Yeah.
It's just silly stuff, but that is the farthest man has ever traveled, and then back to Earth. They have also traveled at the fastest speed man has ever traveled.
Mm-hmm.
The boosters that sent them out into space propelled them at the fastest speed ever traveled by man. So they're also going to come and hit re-entry at the fastest re-entry ever done by a manned mission as well. So they're going to come in hot, right? So look out. They're coming in hot.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And
they're still days away.
Yeah,
they're days away. It's like
so they're going to
3 or 4 day trip there.
So we're going to build a moon landing station.
We're going to build a space station, and I heard Elon Musk talking about it. He's like, then what we can launch from the moon, because there's to escape the gravity of the moon is so much easier, and we're going to be able to escape the moon and shoot off ships way cheaper. Smaller rockets, but have more ability to reach higher velocities. So they're going to be able to travel faster.
Now we're going to build some apartments and high risers on the moon, and maybe some restaurants, nightclubs.
Yes, because as soon as they are, that's one of the things that they say is important. That's going to help fuel this. Is there's going to be moon tourism?
No,
because billionaires and millionaires are going to want a trip to the moon.
Okay.
Because they can.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. They're going to take us to the moon. To the moon, Alice. One of these days. Mm-hmm. But yeah, hats off to those brave astronauts, the 4 of them. Can't wait till they
and what? 4 of them that went?
4. Yep. Yep. 2 men, 1 woman, and a Canadian.
Yeah, there are actually 3 genders in this world: man, woman, and
Canadian.
Write your letters to George at.
Damn good question.
Okay, well, you want to go to the next topic here? Sure. Missing pilot.
Yeah, so we had 2 aircraft go down yesterday. Some say it was from enemy fire. It hasn't been 100% confirmed that both of them were actually shot down by Iranian fire, but the F-15, which has two people, the pilot and the weapons officer. The weapons officer is still missing. The A-10 Warhog went down close to the Strait of Hormuz, and that pilot was recovered. So we have rescue missions going on right now in Iran trying to find our missing service members. So if anybody's going to do it, U.S. military will, and bring them back safe. I hear that some of the helicopters had taken some fire, and a couple of the pilots and stuff were wounded in the helicopters, but they were able to return and land safely. So, we've had very little casualties in this war, and they've all been from weird drone strikes or falling missiles. And being able to see that how much of a liar Iran is. Oh, we don't have ballistic missiles. Oh, we don't have this. Oh, we don't have that. And then they shoot missiles that reached over 3,000 miles toward one of our bases, which just it woke up everybody in Europe with, wait a minute, they said they didn't have missiles that could shoot that far. Oh, so they have missiles that can hit every country in Europe.
I can't
I'm
believe
so shocked by that,
I
Mark.
can't believe they lied to us.
I can't believe it either. Man. But, hats off to our brave men and women, and hopefully pray for the safe return of our man. For sure.
So you wanted to talk about, I don't know what this is, Act Blue?
Okay, Act Blue. So for those of you who don't know what Act Blue is the big fundraising arm of the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're huge. They're in trouble in lots of ways. One, which is really funny, since USAID was shut down, a lot of their money has dried up. Isn't that amazing? The Democratic donation.
It's a coincidence.
Such a weird coincidence. Also, they're being right by allegations that they misled and lied to Congress about foreign donations because somebody finally decided to do some of the things that need to be done and went and checked on their donor list. Because they supposedly had all these thousands of small donors. So they hunt down these donors and ask them, hey, how about that donation you made to Act Blue? What?
What donation?
What donation?
Yeah.
What donation? I didn't make any donations. Got your name, address, telephone number saying that you donated this amount. I donated nothing. A lot of people who are working for Act Blue are leaving now. The lawyers for Act Blue have been told that they better get lawyers of their own and they better lawyer up fast because they are in some serious trouble.
You really think anything's going to happen?
It needs to.
Well, I know.
It needs to.
It needs to on about 100 and different things.
And speaking of that, I want to talk about all this thing of people saying that the Republicans are just going to get slaughtered in the midterms. I don't believe that for a minute. When you look at the polling, the Democratic Party as a whole has the lowest approval rating ever in the history of a political party, period. People are so disgusted by the Democratic Party right now that they're polling so low. Don't tell me that people are still running out to vote for them, even though they believe that they are a problem in this country right now.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Oh, we hate them so much. But we're going to vote. No. And there's a lot of good things. There's some few great things, but we get this war wrapped up and some of those things get taken care of. Don't believe it. They also want to disfranchise you by telling you that. Oh, don't go out and vote because you're not going to win. Oh, don't go out and vote. You're just wasting your time. That's how they get you to stay home. That's how they misinformation, and that's how they get their victories.
I guess early voting starts this week for the primaries.
Yeah, around
I'm
here.
not quite sure.
Around here.
Yeah.
For the primaries around
here. So remember.
This week or next week?
Yeah, sometime. Remember, vote early, vote often.
Yeah, he is a registered Democrat. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Actually, I am going to be registering as a Republican this time in the primary.
Whoa.
I know.
Then how can you vote for yourself for county sheriff on the Democratic ticket?
I didn't say I was going to vote. I may be running for the Democratic ticket for the sheriff, yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, first of all, somebody says, well, how are you going to make any money? How are you going to get your fundraising going? Who's going to help? I said, I'm not going to raise any money. Well, are you going to vote for yourself? No, I'm a Republican. I'll probably vote for the Republican Party. Just because you're on the ticket and you're running doesn't mean that you're supporting yourself.
Just remember this, though, folks. If he wins county sheriff as a Democrat, it's going to be like any other Democratic administration. Highest bidder wins.
Yep.
He is for sale.
Oh, yeah.
He can look the other way for the right amount of money.
Well, hopefully we'll get some casinos and,
somebody's got to shake this casinos down.
The whole thing is that if we got a casino in this county, it's going to bring in, as I was telling my pastor's wife, it's going to bring in restaurants. It's going to bring in some needed hotels. And finally, we're going to be able to get our strip club.
Restaurants? You mean we're going to have more than chicken, pizza, and tacos?
Yes. Maybe we'll have a nice steak place.
Huh.
I don't know. We have no restaurants in this community.
We
Very
have lots
few.
of them.
Very few. Yeah.
They're just all the same type.
They have drive-throughs. Oh,
It's all the same type.
we have lots of restaurants, as I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can use a few more good ones, and we could definitely use a few more hotels.
Oh, yeah.
We got a nice little university here in Steve Bend County, and have very, very few rooms for events and things. Yeah, people are put up in my house. They stay in my top. Yeah, when they come in here. So we need some rooms. What?
The penthouse.
The penthouse. Yeah, that's what they call it. Okay. Yeah. So I hope some people get arrested. I hope they investigate this. I hope they do not let us down again. They need to do something. And, the midterms are coming up faster than we want to believe. And the primaries are already here. And it's like, wake up.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the Supreme Court? I don't. I'm not happy with the Supreme Court at all.
So the Supreme Court, first, the free speech thing that went through the Supreme Court, where it was a 8-1 decision. And
who was opposed again?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, she's my hero.
The most legitimate Supreme Court member ever.
She is funny. How can she be that hilarious?
Not funny, hee hee. She's funny, ha 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 ha. How dumb she. I mean, even the people on her side on the Supreme Court
how dare
say
you?
that acknowledge that she's the dumbest person.
You're just a racist because she's a black woman, proud black, just a racist.
Why does that matter? Why does the color of her skin or her gender matter? It doesn't to me. I could care less. I don't care. She's just stupid.
Yeah, she is.
She is just dumb. And this...
Don't they have to pass an IQ test?
No.
Isn't she the one that couldn't define what a woman was?
Correct. She couldn't define what a woman was, but somehow she's on the Supreme Court. Oh, I'm not a doctor.
Look, as we have already told in this episode, male, female, Canadian.
The three genders
that you could be.
Shout out to all my Canadian friends up there. I mean, I have
letters and mail to George at Damn Good.
I have some .work. I have some amazing Canadian friends up there.
Okay,
the sisters, love you girls. I had a couple buddies up in the Ontario area and Winnipeg area that I met while on vacation and stuff. You guys are amazing. And yes, when you guys are ready to join the United States, we're ready to make it.
As we said, if you had joined the United States before the Olympics, you would have won a gold medal in hockey.
Sure would have. That just spitting the truth out here.
Yeah. Imagine if
all the people,
all the hockey players from the U.S. and Canadian teams, we would have just run through that gold medal. The hockey players on both these teams would just dominate all these Europeans.
We probably could have won gold and silver.
Yeah.
Participation from you, the audience, is huge, and we had a lot of good response to last week's topic about forgiveness, and it's a powerful thing, and we need to remember to, like I said, forgive ourselves a lot. We had one of the community members from up in Michigan. She reached out and wanted us to cover something, so we're going to cover that today.
Oh,
so around the age of 5 or 6, all of us begin a journey that is supposed to last, 12, 13 years. That is the public school system.
Mm-hmm.
And the public school system has changed. It's not what we need the public school system to be. Since Washington created the Department of Education, we have nearly quadrupled per student spending, but our math scores are still in the middle of the pack internationally. We now spend like a top tier country over $15,000 per student. Yet Singapore, Japan, and Estonia. Estonia. How many of you have ever even heard of Estonia? I mean, I have because I'm worldly.
Can you point it out on a globe? No.
If I can see the name.
Yeah, if it has a little.
If I can see the name. They run circles around us in math and science. Okay. Roughly 80% of school spending doesn't buy new books or better labs. It goes to salaries and benefits. And it's the fastest growing piece is not teacher pay, but pensions and healthcare costs. About a third of what we call education spending never reaches the classroom. It gets absorbed by layers of support, services, administrations, and overhead. For all that money, our 15-year-olds rank in the 30s in math on the world stage, while top systems deliver better results for much less cost. And they always want to show us the 15-year-olds because there's a huge drop-off after that in our education system before you graduate from high school. A huge drop-off in our scores. A huge drop-off in our retainment of information. The system isn't underfunded, it's misfunded. Because you think about $15,000 per student that is being spent. Okay? Let's just say there's 10 students in a classroom. 10. That's $150,000 in that classroom. All classrooms have a lot more than 10. So let's go 20. That's $300,000.
You're going to need a calculator?
Where's that money going? Say there's 30 kids. It's $450,000. 30 kids in a classroom. That's happened. I had a lot of that when I was in school. Where's all that money? Where's it going? So the average public school teacher in America makes between $60,000 and $70,000 a year base salary, depending on the data that you really look at. 2020-21, the average base salary for a full-time public teacher was $61,000. 23-24 put the national average at $72,000. They say teachers are grossly underpaid. $72,000 is a very good salary for working 9 months out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, right? And if the teachers want more money, I can tell them where they can get it. They can get it from getting out of their unions. Okay? Districts are spending well over $15,000 per student. Typical classroom, like we talked about, is 20 students, represents $300,000 or more a year in total spending. On top of this, we have powerful national teachers union sitting astride the system and extracting hundreds of millions of dollars in dues every year. And it's all taxpayer funded. All of it. The National Education Association alone reported over $370 million to $390 million a year from membership dues and agency fees, and total revenue north of $500 million. Revenue. God bless you. How are the teachers unions generating revenue? What are they doing to generate revenue outside of fees and dues?
George, it's a new math.
it's Common Core, where if you show your work, 2 + 2 could equal 5.
Yeah.
If you don't remember that and you believe that's false, go look it up. Go look it up. We had to fight that system. We had to fight that system here. We had to fight that system in the United States. We had to fight that system locally. These are the things that are absolutely insane. Okay?
You have a new engine.
I see that. I see that. A typical full-time teacher might pay a couple $100 a year to the national union. Often more once you add state and local affiliates. With some state packages exceeding $1,000 annually to pay their union dues. Those dues are skimmed directly out of paychecks that ultimately come from taxpayers. So the taxpayers are paying for the union, of course, because we pay the teacher salaries. And what do the unions do with that money? Federal filings show that tens of millions of dollars every year is spent on political activities, lobbying, and donations to ideological causes far beyond the classroom. There is another problem in our school system that the money alone can't fix, and that is the rise of activist teachers. Across the country, we've seen viral videos of teachers bragging on social media that they are, in fact, indoctrinating your children. In fact, you've seen lots of the unions and lots of the teachers had say that they're not your children. They're their children. They're community children. They have the right to teach them and do with them as they please because they're in charge of them. Right? And that is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. You've seen the videos of the teachers saying the only flag that we have in our classroom, if they want to pledge allegiance to it, is this flag here, the pride flag. And I will let my kids give allegiance to that flag. But they won't have the flag of the United States of America in there, to where they can say the Pledge of Allegiance. This is disgraceful. It's disgraceful. The only flag that should be allowed inside a classroom in the United States is the United States flag, and the flag of our military services, and the flag of the state. And if you're doing speech and you're learning a different language, the flag of that nation should be in there as well, but it should be well below the United States flag and the state flag. If you're doing geography, it's fine to have the flags of all these other countries, once again, below the flag of the United States, because that is our country. Former teachers have blown the whistle on curriculum and training sessions that tell them that America is fundamentally, that the pillars of Western civilization are oppression, and that their job is to turn kids into activists, not citizens. Parents can feel it. Parents see it. Our friend up in Michigan says that her daughter has been berated for her beliefs because her beliefs don't go left. When you see teachers organizing students to skip a day of school to protest ICE, absolutely not. That teacher should be suspended. ICE is law enforcement in this country. Law enforcement deserves respect, admiration, and the laws in this country deserve to be enforced and followed. That's why we have laws. Anybody who wants to tell kids that that this is a racist country, that Americans are oppressors, and of course, it's white Americans are always the oppressors, especially white males are always the oppressors. Okay. Go live somewhere else. Go to another country. Go as far away from white European males and American males as you possibly can. Go live and see how it goes for you. Leave this civilization that we've built behind and go find one. Tell us how it works out. Oh, wait, you won't be able to. Why? Because there won't be a way to come back. There won't be self-service.
Yeah.
And you probably won't make it more than a week. Facts. Just facts. A national poll found that a clear majority of Americans, about 57%, say it's inappropriate for public school teachers to share their political views in the classroom. Unless you are teaching a class about politics, your politics have no business in the classroom. Just don't. Unless a child specifically asks you a question, and you could defer from it. When I was in school and I would ask questions to teachers, they would defer from answering those questions. Hot button topics, and they didn't want to have anything to do with them. Um, Activist teaching doesn't look like a balanced civics lesson. It looks like one-sided political messaging and smuggled into math and English in elementary classrooms. When you start talking gender ideology to kindergartners, we have a problem. When you start telling kindergartners that they aren't boys and they aren't girls and they get to determine what they want to be later, it's none of your business. That is not your job. Your job is to teach them ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Yes, we know, all of us know, that parents in this country have fallen a long ways, but we're back on the rise. And you can see that. Parents are back on the rise. There's become a lot more push for a stay-at-home parent again in this country. That's hard to do because of how this country has become such, that it's hard to survive on one income in this country. My hat's off to all the people that do. All my kids and their significant others, my hat's off to every single one of you for making it happen. I know it's hard, and I watch the struggles from time to time, but you guys are doing it, and you're doing it successfully. And I'll say it again for those of you who need to hear it. It's not about how much money you make, it's about what you do with the money you make that will make the biggest difference in your life. If you're wasting all your money on drugs, alcohol, streaming services, fancy cars that nobody cares whether you drive them or not, but you're always going to be broke. And you're always going to be struggling. A lesson some of us have learned the hard way. Just saying. Instead of mastering long division, students are getting worksheets framed around equity talking points. Instead of reading the Declaration of Independence in context, they're assigned materials that reduce the American founding to nothing but racism and oppression. We're better than this. The communist and socialist talking points have been infiltrating into the United States for a long time. And unfortunately, we have lots of teachers because in college, they've been more prevalent in college than they have in high schools, but they've made their way to high schools and now they're making their way to elementary schools.
Yeah.
The whole, you know what? Communism will work this time because we'll do it right. Really? You don't think everybody who's ever tried communism and socialism have ever said that? Because they all have, and they've all failed. All of them. Because they don't work. You think you'll be on top when it's communism. You won't be. All you have to do is look around all the countries in this world that still tried communism and socialism to this day. None of them are the United States. None of them will ever be like the United States. Your freedoms granted to you gives you the opportunity to do better than to share everything you have with someone who refuses to work for it. In some districts, teachers have been encouraged in training to keep certain discussions about gender identity or controversial social issues away from parents. One of the horrible things that we got to see, or awakenings that we got to see during COVID, was when parents would watch their kids' Zooms and see what horrible nonsense they were being taught. And then catch teachers telling students not to let their parents be part, not to tell their parents what was being taught. This is absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. This is not education, it's activism with a captive audience of children. And why children? Because they're the most impressionable. They haven't developed their own free will and free thought yet. Most. So you can get that bored into their head.
Yeah.
It's like the drag shows, okay? The drag shows that are for children. And the reading books to children. Why aren't they doing drag show hours at nursing homes? Why aren't they doing drag shows, strip teases at nursing homes? You don't think those people need some entertainment? Or why aren't they going and reading to them? Because it's not about it. It's about getting to your children. It's always about getting to your children. That is why the left does not want freedom of choice when it comes to education. They do not want you to be able to homeschool your own children. They do not want you to be able to take your children out of public school and put them into private schools and use their tax money because they believe that it's their tax money. They want to crush all that, and they've been working hard to try and crush that. They do not want you educating your children because your children will actually get a real education. The same unions who are siphoning off millions of dollars in dues every year are the ones defending this culture, because of course they are, because that is the only way that they are going to get anything done. Okay? And in the 2022-2023 fiscal year alone, the largest national union directed over $50 million to political activists, and almost all of it went to the left. Those dollars help elect school board members, which we talk about from time to time. Get on your school board. It has to start locally. Write state laws and shield activist educators from accountability. We also have another problem in the schools that nobody really wants to talk about, and that is the number of female teachers who have been caught having sexual encounters with their male students. If it's a male teacher caught, it's headline news, and they are punished to the fullest extent of the law. But you are finding more and more and more, and you see it almost every day. There's another woman who's caught having sex with teenage boys. And nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. It's an epidemic in this country. Not men, women. What is causing this? What's happening? When parents object, the unions and their allies often smear them as extremists, and instead of listening to their concerns, which is very true. So we have a pipeline. Taxpayer money funds salaries. Salaries fund unions. Unions fund a political machine that protects activist teachers and pushes dissent and agendas. That is how ideology becomes more powerful than parents in the very schools parents are paying for. What do we owe our parents and our kids? Well, our kids deserve teachers who teach them how to think, not what to think. Our parents deserve the truth about what is being said in the classroom and the right to push back when lines are crossed. As parents, you are the first and only defense for your children. You have to be more involved. That's why we demand classroom transparency. Parents able to see lesson plans and materials without being stonewalled, without being called domestic terrorists, like they did under the Biden administration. We will protect teachers who stick to academic standards and basic values, and we will no longer tolerate those who use taxpayer funds, classrooms as ground zero for political campaigns. When we end radical indoctrination, restore academic rigor, and put parents back in charge, we will not just improve our test scores, we will start raising a generation that loves this country enough to make it better again. Our children deserve better. Just because you don't go along with a groupthink in school doesn't mean that you should be punished for it. Actually, we used to raise those people up. We used to tell those people that you can be anything and do anything you want. Stop being sheep. Think for yourself. Talk to your parents. Parents, talk to your children. Find out what's going on, what they're being taught. Look at their homework. Look at the books that they bring home and read some of their history books and see how far flung their history books are, how far they've come afield from the real history of the United States. Mark, how do we turn this around? What do we do to cap these activist teachers? How do we make our classrooms better? How do we cut down the absolute spending nonsense of paying unions who pay to elect Democrats to make sure that they get better funded? How do we empower our parents again and protect our students? And today, that is our damn good question. What do you think, Mark?
Well, number one, yeah. Parents need to be more involved in their kids' education,
And it's hard to.
and
Right?
it's
You're
hard.
busy.
Busy. The other thing is, yes, people have to get on these school boards. I tell you what, you see some of these school boards. What the heck?
Mm. And to be honest, if you can get a large group of friends,
Yeah.
and you guys can pick one of you to be on the school board, there's not a whole lot of voting going for school boards most of the time. You can get your person elected. You can get them elected. Think about that.
Yeah. You know, and this is all related, but there was, when we used to educate our kids a long time ago, there was only one book that they used.
There was.
That book is not even allowed in the schools anymore, and that's got to stop.
The Bible was the book that
The Bible
was used
is the book.
to
The Bible,
teach kids.
the Bible is the biggest selling book of all time. It's the most important book in the world. It is the book that our country was formed on. There is absolutely no reason that the Bible shouldn't be studied in our schools, and we're working on that.
Well,
We're working on that.
Let's just give a really good example of how activism and controlling the narrative
Yeah.
and controlling the words can change quickly people in this country. And I'll point to New York City once again. New York City is attacked by Muslim terrorists on 9/11. 25 years later, they elect a Muslim socialist to mayor of New York City. How quickly you forget, and how quickly people were told that that they were good people.
Yeah.
That Islam isn't the problem. Islam is the problem.
Islam is the problem.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah.
But think about all these teachers, all these students, all these college kids who are out there screaming and yelling for Palestine and saying that Israel was doing genocide against them, and you'd see people go up and talk to them and ask them, what does this thing mean? What does this thing? Those kids had no idea. They have no idea, but they're out there chanting it. Why? Because their teachers told them they should.
And this is why Democrats get elected to Congress.
This is exactly why.
People vote for them even though they're unpopular. Or I hate them, and they vote for them.
Yeah.
So we have got to do something.
We've got. They
And it
are
starts-
so wrong. They are so anti-American. Why would you want to be anti-American? What country do you think is going to give you the freedoms you have here? What country do you think is going to allow you to talk bad about the country that you live in and the country that you're a citizen in
You know,
and not do anything about it?
are school board meetings open to the public?
Most of them are open to the public.
You know, that's the thing we're going to do. You know, I'm going to go to the school board meeting.
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends who have run for the school board. I don't know if they got put on or not. I really don't know who's on our school board. You know, but yeah, I think I'm going to start going to school board meeting. You know,
I think one of the most important things that parents can do is spend time with your kids, talk to them about some of the political things going on so that they hear it from you and not from a teacher. Let them hear it from you. Discuss the ideas. Let them have their say of what they think, but make sure they have all the information first, not just one side of the information. Make sure that they have.
yeah.
We have access to everything on the planet currently. Bad thing is a lot of it is tainted because most of the people who put it out there as an agenda. You can see it if you ask AI questions, you will see it. You will see it how it won't do certain things because it says it's racist or whatever. But if you ask it to do it about white people, it will do it. Because you can't, according to them, can't be racist against white people. Okay? They will give you AI will give you the left-leaning side of just about everything you will ever want to see. And your kids are subject to it every day, all the time. Some teachers are even using it for their lesson plans. But you have information you can go out there and share with them. You can share what your views are and why you see it. The education of your kids is still your responsibility. Yeah, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah, it takes a village to raise a village idiot too, right? But it takes good parents to stand up and teach their kids right from wrong. You cannot expect somebody else to teach your kids the morals you want your children to have. You have to do it. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. Because who are the people that kids don't want to listen to the most? Their parents. Their parents. My son was saying something to one of his friends online the other day. The guy was saying something because he had saw me in a chat room with Magnus, and he'd said something to him, and Magnus said, no. He's like, no, really, my dad's my best friend. But my dad will also tell you, like he tells me, he has to be dad first. When push comes to shove, still at my age, he has to be dad, and then he could be my best friend. You have to be that with your kids, no matter how old they are. If I see that something is going to hurt my 35-year-old, I'm telling them as a dad. And then I can be friend right afterwards. If I see something that's going to hurt my 26-year-old, I'm going to be dad. And then we're going to be best friends afterwards. They're still my kids. And I still love them enough to tell them if I believe something's wrong.
So get involved.
Get involved.
I think
Stay involved with your kids.
And get involved as much as you can.
Dinner around the table. Dinner around the table at least once a week. Have free discussions, talk. The exchange of ideas is what will move your kids forward.
You know, you could get around the kitchen table and watch Damn Good Question every week. And your kid,
Sunday evening dinner.
I guarantee your kid will grow up to be a good American citizen just by taking that half hour to an hour every week to listen to Damn Good Questions.
That's right.
That's right. I have heard.
So they say.
So they say.
I mean, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But we thank everybody for your support. We want to touch on topics that you want to hear about. Hey, if you want to hear more about this, you already reached out to me. Tell me what part of this you want us to expand on. We'll talk more about it. All of our other friends and family and people out there listening, tell us what you want us to talk about. If there's a topic you want us to cover, and especially if you want us to dig in deep to certain parts of it, we're going to do it. I was running a little late this morning because I was really deep into looking at some of this stuff on the teachers unions, and it's sad. It's like the federal funding for Planned Parenthood. What does Planned Parenthood do with all the funding that we give to them? They give it all back to the Democratic Party to make sure that they continue to get funding. It's a vicious cycle of we just donating the money that Congress gives to us, taxpayer money, back to Democrats so that they keep giving us money, and we keep funding their campaigns. This stuff is silly. It's absolutely silly, and I hope this stuff with Act Blue comes out, and I hope they find out how much Chinese, Russia, they're all over this country. They're all over our campuses. Matter of fact, somebody just uncovered a $1 billion funding to one of our colleges from Iran.
I heard about that.
Think about that. What do you think they're doing with that money? You think they're making good Americans with that money? No. Right? Absolutely not. But hey, we want to thank our sponsor today for taking care of us. Our good friends down there, very well educated friends in North Carolina.
Our sponsors.
Ed Plumbing.
I bet we have an ad for our sponsors.
I bet we have an ad for our sponsors instead of doom scrolling.
Got plumbing problems? Look no further than Towhead Plumbing, your local plumbing experts. Need a new faucet installed or an old one repaired? We've got you covered. Is your toilet giving you trouble? We specialize in toilet installation, replacement, and repairs. Thinking about a new garbage disposal or replacing the old one? Call us. Need a new dishwasher? We handle dishwasher installations and replacements with ease. And don't forget those outdoor hose bibs. We repair them too. For fast, reliable service, call Towhead Plumbing today at 704-813-5653. Your home deserves the best, and so do you.
Welcome back. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Towhead Plumbing. Hey, if you'd like to become a sponsor, if you'd like to help keep us on the air, help us update the studios, where do they find us, Mark?
At, email-wise, mark@damngoodquestion.org.
Damngoodquestion.org.
We are on
Send
Facebook.
your checks directly to me.
Yeah, we are on Facebook. The
The
book.
book.
We are on
The
the
X.
X. Of course, we're on Spotify here.
Spotify.
We're now on YouTube.
YouTube.
Big time.
Wow.
And
lot of-
yes, the Rumble
views.
channel has been created, and we're going to post, hopefully, this week's episode on Rumble.
Should post them all on Rumble.
Yeah, well,
Post-
we're going to
post them
start
all. Post-
start on that. Is there any, I think that's it. I think that's it.
So, those of you who are enjoying the show and watching us, I want you to know that we need more viewerships, more shares, more likes, more follows. The likes and follows are absolutely, like on Spotify and YouTube, are very important to help make it so that we can do better and have better and keep doing things like this. And to be able to generate money, we have to have 1,000 hours of content and 1,000 hours of viewership on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're getting some very good numbers for our first few weeks. Not all of our thousands of listeners has made it over to the YouTube channel yet, but hey, keep watching.
Okay.
Keep watching. Share with all your people. Share with all your friends. Find us out there.
You have some good news?
I got some good news, Mark.
We'll end with some good news.
Final Four, baby.
Yeah.
Final Four. Who do you got? Michigan?
No.
No?
Nope. I'm going to root for UConn.
I'm not. Nope.
And here's
Zero.
why. Here's
No.
why. You know the kid that
No. No.
the kid that made that shot at the end?
Mhm.
You know where he's from?
No.
Indiana.
I don't care.
His
no.
name's Brandon Mullins,
No.
and he's Mr.
No.
Basketball Indiana,
No.
and he's from Indiana. So root for UConn.
What other Big Ten team is in there besides Michigan?
What?
Is it Illinois?
Illinois?
Is,
Well,
it,
you
is
know,
it Illinois? See, I was so far deep in the weeds.
who is in the Final Four?
Who is in the Final Four?
I'm looking it up, guys.
Also, the other good news of this week, Trump gave his Good Friday speech yesterday. Mark and I have talked before we started doing video that look at Christianity. We're the religion who celebrates the death of our God, because the death of our God was what gave us our freedom from sin and our position in heaven. And during his speech, Trump said, "America needs God," and we do. America needs God, but there has been a huge revival. The Catholic Church right now is swelling with new people, and we have to be able to convince young men and young women. Young women have stopped wanting to have kids. It's crazy, but we need to have children, and we need to repopulate this amazing country with more amazing people. Who do we got?
Well, today at 6:00, we have Illinois playing UConn.
Come on, Illinois.
So let's go UConn. And then the
Big
game at
10.
8:54. Ready? Number 1, Michigan against number 1, Arizona.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who actually said that they wish that was the championship game because they think that's going to be the best
That's
game.
not the way the tournament works.
Not
but
not
yeah,
the way
UConn
the-
number 2 and Illinois number 3. And then Michigan.
Big Ten, baby, come on. Let's
Michigan
make
and
it
Arizona with both number 1
Let's
seeds.
make it an all Big Ten championship game. Illinois, Michigan.
So it's probably going to be Arizona against UConn and for the championship.
Probably now that we're trying to root on the Big Ten, that's probably what's going to happen.
Well, it just goes to prove, though, that the Big Ten is where it's at. Who won the national championship in football this year?
Was it the Big Ten?
Yes, and who won last year?
Was it the Big Ten?
Yeah, and who won the year before that?
I think it was the Big Ten.
I think the Big Ten dominates. Yes. Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh.
Not in bowling, though.
Of course.
A lot of people don't watch the Big Ten and the NCAA bowling tournaments and everything,
Oh.
but they're pretty exciting,
Is that,
especially when they hit that spare.
is that on the same channel that the dodgeball championships are
I
on?
think so.
The Ocho?
Yeah, and, you know, don't forget
Yes,
all
and the
these
Ocho.
universities have chess tournaments too. So don't
Yeah.
forget the chess players
And Quidditch.
and of course coming very fast to a local city next to you. Your pickleball.
Oh man, it's
We have
huge.
some beautiful new pickleball courts
We do.
here in this country, in this city.
A young man who graduated with my middle son just stepped away from his role as like president of a company to start a new company. This young man is starting a new company where they are making courts, but it's not specialty courts, but it's not for pickleball. It's for a new sport that they believe is going to take over pickleball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I don't even know what pickleball is yet.
And I can't. I could do it.
Yeah,
I could be a pickleball champ.
think you could.
I could, and that's with a drink in my hand. So
And I understand a lot of people do drink and play pickleball.
there are a lot of injuries, by the way, right now due to pickleball because people like me who haven't done anything like that in a long time get out there and do it and pull something, strain something, break something.
The president of our Kiwanis Club is a chiropractor in town, and his
He's gotta be
chiropractor
happy
office, his office is right next to these new pickleball courts. So
Yeah.
he's looking forward to an increase in revenue next year.
Very, very true. Very true.
Yeah, stretch, folks.
Yes, stretch. Put the drink down till after,
Yeah.
or before, whatever. But we want to thank everybody for being here on this damn good question. We hope everybody has an amazing Easter. Spend time with friends and family. I will be having a huge dinner. Our oldest son is back home.
What are you going to have? Ham?
And turkey. I'm going to grill a turkey again. And let me tell you what.
I don't know.
Woo!
There's something
Holy
about
smokes.
having turkey on Easter that just rubs me the wrong way.
Mark, we have so many people to feed.
Well,
For dinner.
you can afford ham.
Oh yeah, we got ham. I said we're gonna
Get a
have ham
pig.
and
Get a
turkey.
pig.
We have ham and turkey.
We're just doing ham. We're just doing
Because
the pig.
I'm grilling that turkey. That thing's gonna be so good.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
If you've never had one, grilled turkey. Woo.
Okay.
Holy schnikes. But hey, we want to thank you all once again for being here. I want to thank Mark for putting up with me for all these years. Like Mark says, he's known me for about 20 years, and that's a pretty amazing feat. Most people don't put up with me that long, Mark.
Yeah, well, it just shows my demeanor. Be able to put up with
His
you and
testicular fortitude.
put up
to be
with
able to-
our engineer,
this
put up
guy.
with our maintenance person.
Our maintenance guy.
Oh, and guitar player. Oh,
Oh man, our doom scroller over here.
I
While
tell
we're in the
you
middle
what.
of,
I tell you what.
recording.
It's called grace.
It is.
That's what
It's
everybody
great.
has.
And I need grace.
Yeah.
Those of you out there who have personally known me and personally known me for a long time, I really need grace.
Yeah. We all do. We all do.
And I want to thank you all for being with us. And I hope you
Okay.
all have a great week and a great weekend.
Happy
And
Easter.
Until next time, God bless and see you.
Bye.